What up, what up, what up? It's your girl, Lady Erica Lynn from Onside Kicking It. I am your host, Lady Erica Lynn from Onside Kicking It. Welcome to the family. Thank you for joining me today. I am your host again, and I talk about Washington Commander football, Washington Commander news, NFL news, NFL rumors, all that good stuff. So if you're looking for hot takes, unfiltered sports talk, if you want somebody that's going to talk about the talent of the players, the culture of the team, the leadership of the team, you're in the right place. So make sure you kick yourself down in them comments, kick that subscribe button, and kick that like button. Show your girl some love. I really appreciate that. So listen, a couple of months ago, I asked you guys a question. Is Washington really finally acting like a winning organization? Because everybody wants to know, can Commanders take that next step? Can we get back to the playoffs? Can we compete for a championship? And can we become one of NFL's elite organizations? So after I thought about it, did some research, and I was like, okay, maybe we are. Because it's not just about talent, it's not just about the players. This organization has championship experience right in the locker room. And I don't think that's by accident. It's intentional. So we're going to chop it up today. Building a championship organization, not just a team. Let go. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. It's what? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. I hope that you guys have an amazing and awesome day. I hope that you are representing the Washington Commanders all day, every day. Know what I mean? So, like I said earlier, this off season, I asked you, is Washington acting like a winning franchise? And at the time, we were looking at the hires, the coaches' hires, the front office decisions, the leadership. But now that I've taken a step back and looked at it, a bigger picture, I think we're starting to see a pattern. And that pattern isn't about talent, that pattern is about championship experience. So, y'all see this graphic, right? It's the owner, Mr. Josh Harris. It starts at the top. In 2023, he purchased the Commanders and he's the leader at the top. He changed this entire organization, creating an environment for Adam Peters to succeed. You see the changes that he's made within this organization. Not only is he a leader, he's the leader and the owner. He's brought in partners like Magic Johnson, who what? He's a champion. You know what I mean? So when he brought in Adam Peters, he brought in a Super Bowl champion GM. So the organization started in 2023, I think it was, when he bought the organization. And since then, it's been elevation after elevation after elevation because he knows that he must put the right people in place in order for this organization to be consistent in being a champion. Building a championship organization starts in the front office. The day that we hired Mr. Adam Peters, our GM, the day that he stepped off that plane, I saw the swag, I saw the confidence. And you know what else I saw? I saw a man who is a champion. The front office has people who have been a part of successful organizations, people who understand what sustainable winning looks like. Because building a championship organization isn't about just finding good players, y'all. It's about creating standards. It's about having a vision. It's about putting the right people in the building. Winning organizations understand just that. One of Adam Peters' first tasks to do is to hire a coach. And here we have Mr. Dan Quinn. Let's look at this coaching staff. Our head coach has been to the Super Bowl. May not have won it, but he has been to the Super Bowl. He understands pressure. He understands preparation. He understands what it takes to guide a team through a championship run. Come on, guys. Let's get it together. Let's not put Dan Quinn on the hot seat because he has created a culture. He started this crap, man. Come on. And when coaches have lived that experience, they're able to reach it, not from theory, but from experience. Yeah, now we're going to switch it over to the locker room because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in 2024, we had 14 players who have either been in the Super Bowl or won a Super Bowl. Last year, we had, I think, 9 that has been in the Super Bowl or won a Super Bowl. This year, we have 11 who have been in the Super Bowl or won a Super Bowl. So we're going to talk about the players. Over the last year, the Commanders are consistently bringing in players who have played in Super Bowls. Not 1 year, not 2 years, but multiple years. At some point, that is not a coincidence. That's the organization philosophy. That's intentionally bringing people into the building that know what it takes to get to that level. They understand accountability. We talk about this. We understand preparation, leadership, and championship standards. So that is not a coincidence. Pay attention to what this organization is doing before you just go, hey, I don't know what this coach is doing. I don't know what Adam Peters is doing. I don't know. Dan Quinn may be on the hot seat. You have to trust the process. They're building something long term, not just for this year, but going forward. Pay attention to what the coaches, Adam Peters is saying, Mitch Rails is saying, Magic Johnson don't say much, but you got to start paying attention to what these people are saying and not just looking at what they're doing today. That's important. But look at the players, look at the coaching staff, look at the philosophy, look at the types of players that they're bringing in. And then check this out. You got players trying to come to play in Washington. When we had that? When? I had to make this graphic because you can't say Washington Commanders without mentioning JD5. Why this matters for Jaden Daniels. And this is where it gets exciting because Jaden isn't just developing in a vacuum. He's developing inside of organization surrounded by people who understand winning. The front office understands winning. The coaches understand winning. Veteran players who have been in the Super Bowl or played or won, they understand winning. Championship experience exists throughout this whole building from the top down, and that's very valuable for Jaden Daniels. He's trying to lead a team into the future. Do you believe that Jaden Daniels can do that? Because obviously the front office thinks so. The coaches think so. And obviously you got players outside of this team who's trying to get to the Commanders, like Brandon Ike, you saying, go Commanders, raise hell. Hell to the Commanders. Yo, they believe in them. Players outside this organization believe in them. This is important, and why Jaden Daniels is important to this organization as well. And he said it himself, out of his mouth, I just want to win. Okay, okay, y'all just pipe down for a minute, because I know, talking about championships can make us like hype. We ready to get on the field ourselves to make things happen. When I talk about the standards and the accountability and all that good stuff. But the difference between a team and an organization is a team collects talent. An organization builds systems. They build standards, they build culture, they build accountability. Is that not what Dan Quinn and Adam Peters have done? And when I look back at this Commanders team over the last few years, I see signs of an organization that is trying to build something other than a roster. Yo, they trying to build a foundation for years to come. Now I know, none of this guarantees a Super Bowl. Nothing guarantees that. The players still have to perform, the coaches still have to coach, the organization still has to execute, right? But one thing is very clear to me. Championship experience exists at every level of this organization. I hope that that I have allowed you to see that. I hope I made that clear to you so that you can start believing in what this organization is doing. From the front office to the coaching staff to the locker room, the question isn't whether the experience is there. The question is whether it can turn into something bigger, like a championship, right? And that's exactly what I'll be watching this season. Those standards, the culture, the leadership, the accountability. I want y'all guys to look at that. Look at this team that way. So, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with, looking at the X's and O's and stuff like that and the schemes, but look at what this team is building. And I need you guys to be patient and understand that this is being built. The foundation is being set. Who's to say that we may go on a 3-4 year run of winning Super Bowls? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because from what I can see, this is what I see. I see a championship organization being built right in front of my eyes. That's all your girl, Lady Erkeland, got for you today. So, in closing, I am your host, Lady Erkeland Onside. Kicking it. Let me know in the comments. Listen, are the Commanders building a championship organization, or is there still more work to do? There's always work to do. But do you believe that this organization is building a championship team? Let me know in the comments. Let's chop it up. Talk about it. I want to hear from you. And while you're there, kick your like button, kick that subscribe button, kick yourself down in the comments. It's been real. Peace.